Hey guys, Tim here from Candid TV. So today we've got another sound video for you. You guys seem to really enjoy those sound videos and Bluetooth projector videos and everything. So today I'm going to go over with you the Pheanoo P27 soundbar. This is a 2.1 channel soundbar system that the company actually reached out to me and sent out to me directly. So I'm going to talk to you about it today and we'll show you how you can use it with your projector. On my channel here, Candid TV, I do projector reviews, tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. So definitely hit that subscribe button if that's something you're interested in. Oh man, look at those flowers. But this is cool because this soundbar is very versatile. You can hook it up to many different things. Like I said, obviously we're going to talk about how you can use it with your projector, but you can use this with your computer. You know, if you have it on a desk setup like this, that would be perfect. You can use it with your TV, obviously. So it's cool because you have multiple connection options on there. There is USB, and then you've got optical, and that does come with the optical cable. You have HDMI ARC connection, and again, that comes with the actual cable. You've got Bluetooth 5.0 to hook up wirelessly, and you also have an aux connection, and that comes with the aux cable to a RCA adapter that way. So otherwise, if you just want to use like my projector, I just have an 3.5 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter aux cable, put it in the headphone out of my projector and then line it right over to the soundbar. That's kind of what I've been using. Now you can use Bluetooth, like I said, you can use Bluetooth to hook up your projector to this soundbar. And I've hooked up my phone to that, no problem. Other things, my computer to it. You will be able to hook up your, like I did a video on the iTechnic Bluetooth transmitter, which is a 5.0 Bluetooth transmitter. You can hook up a Bluetooth transmitter to that even if you don't have a Bluetooth projector, and you can basically use the Bluetooth if you want a wireless setup, which is pretty cool. If you want to go old school and reliable and just hook up an aux cable, you can literally run that over. That's what I did and ended up doing with that Home Cinema 3200. So this does have Bluetooth 5.0, which is great because you get no lag, and that is rated for up to like 33 feet. I'll say when I had my phone hooked up to this, I walked away, went across my apartment, went through the bedroom, into the bathroom there, and I could still hear the music coming through perfectly with no dropping out or no loss of signal. And this is like a 1,100 square foot apartment, and basically I could walk all around, and I kind of have that in the living room, and I didn't drop connection at all. So you will get a remote, and the remote has basically anything you would need on it. It's pretty cool. And then you do have manual controls on the actual unit. So we're going to go over some of those controls in a little bit, but moving on. This soundbar basically goes into like a standby mode. So when you turn it off, it'll go into standby and it'll kind of dim itself a little bit. Then when you power it back on again, it's cool too because it just remembers the last setting you had it on. So if it was on Bluetooth, it'll go back onto Bluetooth. If you had it on aux and that's how you have it hooked up to your TV or your projector, it'll go right back into the aux mode, which is pretty cool because then it limits, how much finagling you have to do every time you turn it on. The volume on this is pretty awesome. It gets pretty dang loud. It goes from a 0 to a 32 scale for the actual volume. I had, for example, last night when I was watching this late, I had some music on and had the projector going, and I basically had it on, I think level 4 on the actual soundbar, and then the volume up on the projector was pretty high. That was basically where I decided to be a good neighbor to keep it. So it can definitely get very loud. If you wanted to use this for a party, pump some music out, it does get loud. So part of the reason why it does get loud is because it is 120 watts total. So it's 60 watts for the actual speaker, and that's 2.25 inch drivers for the actual speakers on the unit. And then you actually have the subwoofer itself, which is a 5.25 size diameter speaker, and that is also 60 watts. That subwoofer gets up to 110 decibels max. As far as the size, this is 14 pounds. So, I mean, it's a pretty hefty speaker. It's definitely bigger than the soundbar I've got sitting on my desk back here. And it is about 34 inches long. So you definitely do need to have a little bit of room for it. It does come with mounting equipment as well. You have the 2 mounting spots on the back of it. So if you want to hook it up and put it up on your wall, you can. And it also has some padded feet. So on the bottom, putting it on a wood tabletop or desktop, whatever you're going to do with it, it'll have some non-slip feet on there, and that's also a good option. So going back to that remote and some of the features, the cool thing with that remote is, like I said, everything you could need is on there. You actually have separate bass and treble controls. So there's, the volume, but then there's also bass and treble that you can independently work. I believe I went from like 0 to 5 for each of those settings. This even had a pair button on there. So you could just hold down that button, and for Bluetooth, it would basically then put it in the pairing mode, which is awesome because I don't know about you, but when I'm using speakers, you know, it kind of gets old when you're having to hold down a speaker for like 10 seconds, wait for it to flash, pull it up, that whole charade. So it was pretty easy. You just hold it down, it goes into pairing mode, and then boom, you look it up and hook it up to your device. And then the last cool thing is there were a bunch of different sound profiles. There was a news mode, 3D, music. So it's pretty cool because depending on what you're listening to, you can kind of play around with that. I jumped around even while I had music on. I was jumping between like the 3D and the music setting. And then, you know, when I was on YouTube, I was kind of watching a vlog and I put on the vocals for like news so that it kind of accentuated more like, you know, the talking and things like that. So pretty cool because, you know, obviously you're probably not going to get like a huge difference out of that. It's a 2.1 channel, you know, soundbar system, but you could definitely tell a difference. And I thought it was pretty neat that you have that level of customization on a remote control. I'm supposed to pick my wife up from the airport. But guys, so for $130 as of right now on Amazon, I think this is a great deal. It's something that, you know, you could really drastically improve your sound quality, especially over some of the budget projector options out there. So you can hook this up. Like I said, the easiest way is just use an aux to aux cable. And, you know, I have like a 10-foot one where I can just run it from my projector to the device. Otherwise, if you want wireless, you can use a Bluetooth transmitter. If your projector is actually Bluetooth, you should be able to hook it up by Bluetooth to Bluetooth and just put in that pairing mode. But yeah, it's pretty darn neat. So the sound quality is great, guys. It gets really loud. I think for $130, it blew my expectations away. I definitely didn't have any qualms about the sound quality or anything. I was playing music through it. You know, like I said, used it for YouTube, watched some vlogs, had a movie night with it this past weekend, and I thought everything was great. There was no complaints as far as like the sound quality for me. And it does get, you know, bassy. You can turn the bass up, like I said, even more if you would like. As far as the actual volume of this, I mean, you could really get it rocking. So guys, down here in the description is going to be the link to this. That will be an Amazon affiliate link. If this was helpful to you, you know, that helps me out. It gives me a little bit of a commission there, so I would really appreciate it. And guys, like I said, I do some other sound videos and tips and tricks. I do projector reviews on this channel, so if that's something you're into, definitely hit that subscribe button and check out some of my playlists. But until the next time, guys, you take care, and I'll see you on the next one.